Well, here we are again, about to take another journey on a train. I'm at my house in Wallasey again, and what's happened here is this is one of our rooms and I'm standing inside it because it's just been vacated. The tenant in here was a French girl, and she's lived in here since 2016 and in Britain for 16 years. She's gone back to France. She was the one who had ferrets in the back garden, and she got a hire van, and one day we came here and she was loading the ferrets and a small hutch into the back of this van ready to drive off. She did come back and give me the keys at a later date, but we didn't know she was going to go off early and do that. Anyway, she's gone now, and we normally give the rooms a quick once over, but to be fair, considering how long she's been here, she's left the room in a very good condition. Anyway, I'm here to show you this week's videos, and we start off in Chester Station. Now, I said a few weeks ago that I wasn't going to film in Chester Station because of the noise, so we picked a time when there wasn't any noise. It was a Sunday, to get you these pictures. You can see there is work going on in the station. It's getting its 175th birthday do-up. And I thought you might be interested to see a comparison with some old pictures. I showed you one last time of the outside of the station around 1900. If you compare that with a picture we've just taken the last weekend, then you'll see that it's come on quite a lot, but not as much as you might think. No tram lines now. Buses go past here and taxis queue outside, but not a lot's changed. Whereas inside the station, a lot has changed. We have a picture of the area near the footbridge, and the only reason I knew that's where it was because the footbridge is the only thing you can recognise. Everything else in the old picture has changed. The footbridge is still there, but they built a brick-built shaft for a lift. So there are now lifts right there. Have a look at the latest pictures, you can see where they put it. So quite a lot of change going on at Chester Station, and the work is still not complete, so we'll have more to show you when that happens. So we got a train from Chester to Telford, and it's run by our favourite Transport for Wales, who managed to run trains in the hottest of weather, as we've been having lately, and not have any air conditioning. They've got very small opening windows, I think 2 per carriage, and lots of flies come in, and I was actually picking them out of my hair at times. Anyway, let's get to Telford and have a look round there. The price of a train ticket from Chester to Telford is about a £5 if you've got a rail card, so it's a £10 return, and we stayed overnight in a travel lodge, and that was 30 quid, so a very cheap little stopover with a great place to explore. Now, the travel lodge itself, we were on the 4th floor, had fantastic views, and it's difficult to try and get those for you because the windows don't open properly and things like that. We could see, but a camera wouldn't have much luck. So the best way to appreciate the sort of views that the Travelodge has is to look at the views of all around the park area in the town centre. Because you keep seeing the Travelodge, it's sort of prominent by the South Water and even across the park. And when we were taking aerial pictures from way over a bit further away, you could still see the Travelodge in the distance. So if you can see the Travelodge can see everywhere. It was really good. So if you fly over the park area, it's called the town park because it is part of the town centre, and if you fly over it, it looks like a lot of trees and a few lakes, although they call them pools and they all have names. But there are lots of paths through the trees, and of course that keeps you cool if you're hidden from the sun. And as we fly over the top, you can see a path we took down towards the exotic zoo. You turn left into a pay and display car park, which of course we didn't need because we were on foot. And then there is the entrance to 2 attractions in the park. One of them is Wonderland, didn't quite seem my cup of tea, and the other one is a small exotic zoo. Now that was really worth a look. If you look at the aerial pictures here, you can see the tops of the exhibits. Well, you can't really tell what's going on from those, so let's land on the ground and go and have a look around the zoo. Hello again. All my rooms have easy chairs, so I've taken advantage of this empty room having one, and I'm sitting here talking to you while we're showing you pictures. And after the zoo, I think the next thing to see is the general park area with all the pools, lakes, whatever you like to cool them. Well, they were certainly cooling anyway. You have a look at this one where the adults were keeping nice and cool because they had covers that they could sit under, and the kids were keeping nice and cool by splashing around in water. The thing that attracted me back to Telford was that it's a huge place, very well planned out, so that everything is within 5 or 10 minutes walk. There's a huge shopping centre, there's restaurants, there's, let me see, a library, a skate park, there's an ice rink, bowling alley. Oh, I can't think of all the things, but the pictures will show you exactly what's there. And of course, loads of pubs and restaurants that we managed to frequent. One of the pubs where we had some food is actually, I think it was called the Reeking Giant, is actually a Hungry Horse, which is a Green & King pub. And I have the Green & King app on my phone, so we were just able to walk in there and place our order on the phone, and it was delivered to us. Just like Wetherspoons. We also tried the Wetherspoons. There's a Wetherspoons around the side of the shopping centre. Now, the thing about Telford Shopping Centre is you need to go through it to get back to the station, or from the station even, and at night it shuts down just like any normal in-town shopping centre. By about 5 or 6 o'clock it's starting to close. So the way to get round that, and of course I've said before that Telford's great because you never actually have to be crossing roads and things, but once the shopping centre's closed you can no longer cross over the top of the roads inside it. Just to the right of the entrance that the Travelodge is near, there was a staircase going down to the road, and then if you get to the bottom of the stairs and look up, you can see the shopping centre where it goes over the road. Unfortunately, they didn't find a way to keep at least a passageway open to go across the top, so we had a bit of stair climbing to do. We also had to use that route to get to Wetherspoons because that also requires the shopping centre to be open if you're to do it all on one level. We spotted a hot air balloon over the park, and other people started to spot it too, but we couldn't see whose it was until we followed it as it flew over the International Centre, and it was definitely in Virgin colours, but which Virgin company, we don't know. This map view of the park shows some of the pools, and then there's the satellite view which shows the same thing, only the pools look really dark. However, this is what it looks like from our eye in the sky, and by the way, if you prefer Premier Inn to Travelodge, it's the building to the left of Travelodge in the picture. So a pat on the back for the town planners here, as Telford is extremely well designed. You can definitely leave your car at home, perhaps even forget about owning a car altogether. They are expensive to run these days. So the kids get plenty to do, the adults have got plenty to do, there's plenty of places to eat and drink, there's a big shopping centre, and there are places to stay if you want to come and visit. And whether you're in the Travelodge or the Premier Inn, this is right outside your window. One final look at the child soaking area, as I intend to call it now. This is just as it starts to go dark and you start to see the colours in the lights under the fountains. And that's all from Telford. Hope you enjoyed it.